Designers, shortly I'm going to have you watch a series of videos called SketchUp for Woodworkers, and this is the first one, Getting Started Part 1, by a great guy, Rob Cameron, who put this all together, but he did it a few years ago. And if you take a look at his screen, you can see this version of SketchUp. He's using a Mac like we are. You can see what this version looks like. But if you take a quick look at the SketchUp that we're using, you'll see this does not look the same at all. We've got tools over here. We've got stuff over on this side on the right. You've got no menu bar like normal. This is built into Chrome itself, so this isn't a separate app like he's using. Everything that he talks about in his video is in our version of SketchUp. It's just slightly oriented differently. So I want to point out quickly what a couple of those differences are before you get started, and then you can go through his videos without getting too confused. He's going to talk about tools. So this first section of his toolbar here that he works with various different tools here, the rectangle tool, the eraser, the measuring tool, the push-pull, the copy, move. In our version of SketchUp, those are all tools over here on the left bar. So the selection, the eraser, the rectangle, the push-pull, and the move, and the measuring. When you click on these in our version, for example, the rectangle, it will pop out a whole series of options. That's partly why our toolbar is so much smaller than his. It's been consolidated. There's also additional options that he didn't have that are built into our version. You can click on any of these to choose them. So I can click on rectangle or rounded rectangle or circle here, or I can just click on rectangle and use that tool. You'll see it's already selected for a rectangle there. So all of these work that way. You pop out and choose the tool you want, or you can just click it to choose the basic tool and ignore the pop out. Later on in the series, he's going to talk about orbit, pan, zoom, and the tools that are related to your view. And again, those are in our toolbar here, but they're all hidden down here at the bottom under the orbit button. So orbit, pan, zoom, zoom extents, they're all here, all hidden under the one button at the bottom of the toolbar. And then very late in the series, he's going to talk about some menu options that have to do with grouping and things that are related to views and scenes. And those things are hidden under the right-click menu and on the right-hand side of our screen. So I'm going to draw a couple of rectangles here just so we can quickly look at multiple things at once. So if I select all of those, and you'll do this in his video separately, a slightly different way, but if I right-click now, then I can go to Make Group. This is where the grouping piece is hidden. This is not up in the main menu bar like it is in the app that he is using. That's a much older app. And then he goes up and looks at groups and materials and scenes, and those sorts of things are hidden over here on this right toolbar. So when he goes into his preferences and adjusts the styles, he's looking at the model information right here. When he looks at scenes, he's looking at this one that looks like a movie cut, and that's called views in ours. When he looks at materials, that's hidden underneath there. This box here is materials in ours. So those things late in this series will be over on the right-hand side of your screen, and you can find them by hovering and looking for the names of what's there. That should help you orient to his videos. The rest of the information is completely relevant to what we do in SketchUp and woodworking today.